Happy Friday! Hey, so this video is going to be a string of videos that I'm going to put together later this afternoon. But I wanted to share with all of you how stormy it is on the Oregon coast today. So right now I'm in Newport, Oregon, which is about 10 minutes north of where I live. And then I'm going to be traveling down south of where I live, about 18 miles south of where I live. And then I'll record again at home. So yes, I'm sitting in my car to give you this little intro to get your weekend started with sparkle and joy. And maybe it seems a little crazy, but all this wind activity is like, it's really exciting and it's very invigorating. It like amps me up. So it's like I harness this wind energy. So I'm going to step outside and show you what it's like. Oh, I should take my keys with me. Okay. I just tossed them over on the other seat. I've been known to just lock myself out of the car. Okay. We're going to go outside and I will also show you the surf because I'm really close to the beach, but 35-mile-an-hour winds with gusts of up to 65. It's pretty intense. So, as you can see. So, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and show you the surf. So you can see that the ocean is pretty rough. High. You can see the sand's, you know, a couple inches deep in water. That's not dry sand down there. So yeah, this is the beautiful Oregon coast in the winter. Winter storms. Okay, so now I'm up at the Yaquina Bay Bridge and it's only about half a mile south of where I just was, but I thought I'd just check out to see if there's any difference because I'm up on a bit of a bluff. And I know that up on the bridge, it's really windy. And to be completely honest, I'm just sort of procrastinating going over that bridge. There was definitely a time in my life when I would be absolutely terrified and in tears in this moment, having to go over the bridge, but I have implemented enough structure and joy into my life that I no longer have anxiety on a very regular basis. So when I have small anxiety like this, it's not compounded with anything else. So I'm not in tears. I'm not terrified. It's just a little bit scary. And rightfully so. It's very windy up there. And if I go over, if I'm at the peak of the bridge when a 65-mile-an-hour gust hits, it can be very dangerous. And as a matter of fact, my husband came over the bridge this morning and he texted me to let me know that it was strong enough. We have a Ford F-150 and he went over the bridge and the mirror slammed closed, like, you know, the mirror, the mirror on the door, it's on hinges because it's a big truck, and so sometimes you need to like pull your mirrors in, but it was windy enough that it just popped that closed on him. So I'm gonna go outside and take you with me. So we're gonna see what it's like out here on the bluff at the Yaquina Bay. But it's definitely louder for sure. It doesn't feel quite as windy. enough that I'm like thinking I'm gonna lose my phone if I, you know, am not holding on to it tightly enough. So I'm gonna continue down south and show you what's down there. Bye. Okay, so now I'm in Walport and I'm just south of the bridge. It is like around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the tide is still just really high, and there's white caps in the bay. And I was just in town, and it wasn't all that windy. It was, you know, breezy, but not crazy like it was in Newport. But now I'm down by the water, so again I'm gonna hop out of my car and see what the wind's doing, and then I will continue this at home and show you what the difference might be, if there is any. It's not that bad. It's not like it was in Newport, but it is windy. See the bridge behind me. But you can see my hair's not all totally crazy. It's just slightly windy. Okay, so this is gonna be the last beachside video for today, and then I'll go home and record the rest of the Jumpstart Your Weekend video. This is a beach access that's closest to my home that's car accessible, and so it's literally like 2 minutes from my house driving time. And the parking lot is above the ocean, so I don't know. I'm seeing that it's pretty windy. My car's rocking. So yeah, let's just check it out. Okay, so you know, I don't think it's as bad as it was in Newport. It's definitely windy. Yeah. You see the sand? Here, let me flip this so you can see the sand. Okay, so I'm home. It's been about like 4 minutes, so not very long. It's not like it's a whole new storm or a whole new time or whatever. And I'm standing in my front yard. I'm gonna try to keep my phone angled because what you might notice is the tops of the trees get really windy, and then you can also see that I'm not like getting blown away much. So you can see the trees are kind of going right now. They're not going that much though. I really just kind of wanted to showcase how that there can be these incredible microclimates in our gardens and in our lives, right? Like there could be a storm going on all around you, and you can still be calm, and you can still be collected, and you don't have to feed into any like chaotic, crazy, negative energy. You could just sit in that storm, in the eye of the storm. And I mean, I'm not even in the eye of the storm. It's just a particular microclimate in my garden that allows me, try to like see, there's a gust coming from here. It just allows me to be in this calm and collected space. I don't have to be in the middle of the storm just because it's storming nearby. So I'm half a mile east of the ocean, and I mean, it's definitely been windy here, and I just want to say that driving in this storm is quite the experience. You have to be so hyper aware of your surroundings. There could be debris in the road, there could be logs in the road, there could be debris flying in the air. When I drove to work this morning, it was dark and there was a lot of debris. And then, you know, it can just be really scary. So I was definitely white knuckling it over the bridges and feeling a little blown around. But for the most part, I didn't encounter anything too over the top scary. But I'm not seeing any like damage in my garden. I was seeing down limbs and down trees and hearing reports of power lines down and all these things around town. But here in my own little sanctuary, there's just not that much damage. In my garden, there's nothing really going on. We're just like in this, I'm walking all the way around my property just to kind of check to make sure that everybody's healthy and doing good. My baby Spruce is still standing up. She looks pretty good. I don't know, can you see her? Oh, probably not. I don't know. Can you see? She's right here. She's tiny. Which means she's super flexible and she's not affected by the wind yet. But I'm not seeing anything down. Everything looks really good. And I'm not seeing anything on my rooftop, which is like a huge plus, right? Because I don't want anything like that happening. I did wake up this morning and there was a big branch laying across the trunk of my car. I'm just very grateful that it wasn't in my windshield or in my back window or anything like that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I've spoken to a lot of gardeners and family members and friends and explained to them I could have a storm going on around me, and in my garden my hair is not even blowing around, and it's so true. It's just like this amazing, beautiful place to live, and I am so incredibly blessed. And there's no way in August of 2017 when we bought this house that we could have possibly known that we would have this refuge from the wind. But we do, and I'm really grateful for it, because when it's dry like this, it's so nice to be like out here in the cool weather and weeding and trimming and doing things outside, and it's not even windy, so it's actually really quite pleasant to be out here. That being said, I mean, it is pretty windy. Like, I don't know, you can see the tree, like the big trees are moving around. But it's like the wind just gets trapped up there, and then by the time it gets down to me, it's barely anything. Yeah. So I think that's all. I just kind of wanted to share what it's like living on the Oregon coast, in the storms. And you know, tomorrow is winter solstice, so I might do a little video about that. I actually would like to talk about that a little bit, so I might do that in the morning or something like that. But for now, I just want to say happy Friday, and I hope your weekend is fabulous and full of wind energy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!